looking for New Hampshire real estate and you're doing your research on YouTube, hopefully, and the reason you're here is because you came across my channel. And I get the question all the time of who do you help and where do you actually cover? So since I get the question enough, I'm just going to make it into a video so that you guys can learn a little bit more about my business, who I help, and the actual areas of New Hampshire that I can help you purchase, sell, or invest in real estate with. So let's dive right into that now. So of course, having a New Hampshire real estate license, I can sell a piece of property anywhere in New Hampshire, but that doesn't mean I do, because really it's just travel time. I mean, if I have to go do one showing that's 2 hours away, I drive there and back plus 30 minutes for the showing, that's 4.5 hours out of my day just for one showing. So I have to have some type of area that I work in. And also, people don't realize that, like, again, what's one of the most common things you hear in real estate is location, location, location. And with that being said, it's because like every county, I mean kind of every city or town, but really every county has its own sub-market that you have to learn and actually be aware of to be a good agent in that market. So I narrow down where I work so that I'm an expert in those specific counties. So my main counties that I cover are Cheshire County and Hillsborough County. Now I do cover Sullivan County too. I just don't have many buyers that look up there right now. It's not that it's out of my area. It's just I haven't worked up there a ton. I have sold a couple houses up there, but my main ones right now are Cheshire and Hillsborough. Because being based out of Keene, New Hampshire, right in the corner of the state, I limit my travel time to about 90-minute radius, which kind of stinks. I wish I was more in the middle of the state because a 90-minute radius would cover way more than being way in the corner and only covering 90 minutes. But it is what it is. So again, I will travel up to 90 minutes, but if I'm working with you as a buyer's agent and we want to go look at some houses that are that far away, chances are we're going to make our time worth it and schedule a few showings that day so that the 3 hours of driving, I can actually show you a few houses and be able to make that trip worth it. But again, limiting where I work is helping me become an expert in those specific areas I work, because I can't be telling you stuff about New Hampshire real estate way out at Hampton Beach and Portsmouth, New Hampshire, because I don't work there, so I don't pay attention to it as much as my local real estate market that I'm actually helping people buy in. So this just overall makes me highly confident in those counties that I work, and it gives me the ability to relate that to you as the buyer. Hey, this is what I'm seeing in this market. I work in this specific area all the time, so this is what you have to do to be able to get the house you want. Now, as far as the clients I work with, I help with all three factors of real estate, which is buying, selling, and investing. And as far as sellers, if you have a house to sell, I can help sell it. It's pretty simple. I'm not picky at what I'm selling. I like listing. So if you have something you want to sell, reach out and we'll be able to find a price, get that thing sold for you. Now, as far as the buyer side, my typical buyers are going to be either first-time home buyers, out-of-state buyers that are relocating to New Hampshire, or first-time investors. But of course, these are not like exclusive. I work with other buyers that don't fit that specific demographic, but these are just the ones that I see the most. And if you're a buyer that's looking at something else, please reach out to me. We'll talk it over, and trust me, I am honest. If I can't help you with it, I'm gonna say that and just be like, hey, this person might be able to help you better than I would. But I think a big reason of why I work with the buyers I do, like the first-time buyers and the first-time investors, is because I'm young and I can relate to them. I've had first-hand experience being a first-time investor and being a first-time home buyer, because funny enough, my first-time home was my first-time investment because I used a strategy called house hacking, which allows you to live in one unit and rent out the other unit. So I am very familiar with that. And that's actually what got me started with the whole real estate sales game, is because I found the passion through investing and the freedom that this type of investing brought me. So for a little background, before I was a real estate agent, again, my first taste in real estate was by buying a multifamily property, becoming a homeowner and an investor at the same time, and using this strategy called house hacking, which again, I live in one unit, rent out the others. So it was basically making me live essentially for free. And I basically just had this like thing that was like, I want to tell other people about this for other young people who want to live for cheap and actually make the first purchase in real estate worth it. So then I was like, I'm just going to go get my license and put that into practice. And that's where I started just making content really based around young individuals who are looking to take that next step in adulting and actually become a homeowner. So I was making all this content for these people, and they started coming and buying houses with me. And now for the out-of-state buyers, I think the reason that I started working with them and I get more and more of them now is because when I first got licensed was in September of 2020. So that was right when the whole pandemic happened and everything went crazy, and a lot of people moved to New Hampshire, and being thrown in as a new agent, well, at the office I was working at, these were just the leads that I was getting handed. So I just was kind of using trial through fire to be able to do this. But now that I've been doing it for 3-4 years working with out-of-state buyers, I've become super comfortable at really like showing the full house through just videos, sending it to the client, and then talking it over with them and just like teaching them about the market and about what to be looking for, because a lot of places that are moving to New Hampshire, a lot of people don't understand how old the houses are up here. So they might have some unrealistic expectations that I kind of have to straighten out to be like, hey, like the average house in Keene is probably like the 1900s. So like you have to understand the problems, and not necessarily problems, but the things that come with a house built in the 1900s. So now having all that experience, I'm super responsive with out-of-state buyers, and I'm able to talk them through the problems that they're having and make them feel comfortable with purchasing when they haven't even seen the house in person, which is a hard thing to do. And it's definitely something that I've had to learn about, and it's made me just be super honest, especially when I'm going through the showing, like as a video. I am calling out everything for you guys, because I wanted to throw this into the video too, is the type of agent I am is kind of like an optimistic realist. So I'm always looking on the bright side of things, but I'm also going to tell you how it is, because when you go to like view a house, a lot of agents are gonna walk into that house acting like they know stuff about the house. They're trying to sell you on the house, despite that being the first time they've ever walked a foot into that house. They're trying to sell you on how amazing it is when they don't even know. So with me, I'm gonna call out everything. I don't care. It's not my house. You're my buyer. I'm looking out for you. I don't care about the house. I'm telling you, hey, this looks like a problem. This is not rightly done. If it's like a plumbing problem, or maybe the foundation's caving, I'm gonna be like, that's a red flag. You probably don't want to mess with this house. I'm gonna be real with you, because again, I'm representing you as a buyer. I'm not trying to sell the listing. I'm trying to find you a house. So I know this video is kind of a little bit all over the place, but I just wanted to make it so that you could kind of understand more of what I do and how I work. And I'm really transparent as an agent. Like, of course, I've only been in this for 4 years, or you could say already been in 4 years. I don't know how you want to say that, but there's still stuff I'm learning. There's still stuff I don't know. And if I don't know something, I'm going to tell you as a buyer, seller, investor, hey, I don't know you the answer to this question, but just because I don't know it doesn't mean I can't go find it out. So I'll do everything I can to get you the answer, but I'm just super transparent. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to be lying through my teeth to you hoping that I hold a deal together. If something comes up, well, sometimes news is a little hard to break, but you can't control the news. You just have to tell the people. So that's what I do. So anyways, that's kind of the video I wanted to make. If you're looking to do anything in real estate in New Hampshire, whether it be buying, selling, or investing, feel free to reach out to me and we can kind of discuss what you're looking to do. Even if it's outside of my certain area that I'm working and you still want to just call and talk some New Hampshire real estate, I'd be happy to do that. And if you are looking outside my area, I have a ton of people and agents that I know are great that work outside my area, so I can always refer you to another great agent. So I hope this video helped clarify some things about who I can help, and I will catch you guys next week.